Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to today's episode of Disappointed Dragon. So, actually, something really different today. I've actually already opened this, but this was something that my brother got me for Christmas I thought was really, really cool. So you can't really talk, this is so big, but it's actually a huge wooden crate with like a little stamp on the front. It's actually really hard to read, but it says something Smith & Co. Supply Depot. Anyways, what it was is he went to this company online called Mystery Crates. And what they do is they send you a crate with certain items in it with clues to a larger mystery. So it's kind of like escape room type stuff, but inside of a box. So I had to open it up. It actually had, it's kind of hard for you to see, but there's like holes here. It was nailed shut. We had to get a crowbar to open it. And he picked for me, because he knows that like creepy puppet things. I'm actually just going to move it off to the side so you can sort of see what came in it. He got me the puppet murder one. So it came with this really, really creepy puppet. He's actually quite big. I'll try to keep him in frame. Very, very hairy. Kind of reminds me of a crazy Bob Ross. And his name is Mr. Bellylaugh. Now he's got blood on his fingers, which is terrifying. And I know that because it's on his back. Now, he's actually really well made. He's a really nice puppet, and it's really, really creepy. So that was pretty cool. I opened the box. This is the first thing I saw. And then it also came with this big old notebook. Oh, sorry, I've knocked over my camera. Try and cut that out. Came with this big old notebook, which is stamped by the Bon Air Correctional Center. So this is a really neat thing. So it's set up as a journal with pictures in it, and the journal is of the story of the kid who owned the puppet, and it's kind of like a supernatural mystery type deal, and it goes on, and it's actually got very nice illustrations. It looks like it was written in pen, the whole thing. It's got a picture of Mr. Bellylaugh here, which actually is a really nice touch because he was buried in the crate at the end of the story, and he had short hair. But as you can see now, his hair's gotten quite wild, very wild. But I won't spoil the story too much at the beginning of the video. I will at the end. So if you don't want to see the results of the mystery, because you can get this mystery for yourself from them. They actually have a bunch of different crates. This one is available. I haven't actually finished the whole thing by myself. I figured out the clues from the notebook here. There's secret clues hidden inside, and then you can use the other things that came inside, like this library card. You can actually log onto a website using this library card and the password that you find inside, and follow clues and things to figure out the whole mystery, decode things. It's really cool. It also had this in here. I don't know what this has to do with anything. It's like pages from a mystery book. I haven't found their connection yet, whatever. And it's got a shattered inhaler, which was part of the story. So, I mean, it's a really cool thing. It kept me entertained for a while, and I really enjoyed it. Now, it's kind of a really creepy thing to get, and I wouldn't advise sending it to someone who doesn't know it's coming. I mean, the story is, of course, very creepy. It's a scary, scary story, and I'm just combing his hair back gently. But it's a really neat thing. I really enjoyed getting it. I was definitely not expecting it, even though my dad accidentally kind of spoiled it, because let me just try to keep his head in frame here. You just sit there. My dad kind of spoiled it because my brother had sent it to his house so that I wouldn't see what it was. So he called me up wondering, hey, did you order something called Mystery Crate? And my brother's like, oh, Dad, why have you done this? The one that's supposed to be a surprise. I still had no clue what it was going to be. I had no idea at all. So I was still super surprised. This is a really neat thing. I've always loved mysteries. I've always loved like escape room type things where you have to figure things out. And it makes you feel like a boss, you know, when you figure out the clues and you get through it. So I'm going to do some spoiling now just because I think it's really cool. So if you were planning on getting one of these, just, you know, end the video here and go off and do something more fun. But so how I figured it out was you go through the book, and in the pictures, let me see if I can find a good example. So in the pictures he's drawn on the page, there's these symbols. and they go throughout the whole book. And when you go through all the symbols, write them all down, you go onto the library website that this memory or library card for the Memorial Library gets you access to. There's a bunch of articles. In one of the articles, there's a cipher for those symbols, and then you spell it out, and it spells truth in heart. Or, yeah, truth inside heart. And I looked at Mr. Bellylaugh here, and he's got a big heart in his stomach that has been resealed at the top and the side. And I can actually feel that there's a piece of paper in there. Now, I've been reluctant to kind of open him up because, you know, it kind of sucks that you have to open him up to get what's in there out. And I really don't like the idea because I don't want to have to cut him open. So far I haven't. I was thinking about doing it today on this video, just to see what's in there, and then maybe sewing him back up again later, because you can actually tell when you look on the inside, and I don't know if we'll be able to see this on camera, but when you look inside, you can see that the stitching does not go across the top, and that's because you're supposed to open the top here to get what's inside. So I'm not going to open him up on camera. I don't want to ruin him because I really like him. But I just thought it was a really cool thing. It's the epitome of a mystery opening, which was my old name for this channel. And I love creepy puppets. I've actually, when I was really, really bored, I made my own Muppet based off of a YouTube tutorial, and it's actually sitting in my cupboard over there. I'm not going to bring him out. He's way too big to fit on camera. But my brother knows I love stuff like this. I love crafts. I love horror. I've always been into horror movies, especially ones that involve like creepy puppets, creepy animatronics. I love Five Nights at Freddy's, so this was a really cool thing for him to get me. I'm really, really pleased with it. I would definitely not be adverse to getting another one of these. I know that they offer quite a few of them. I believe it's Mystery Crates is where we got them from. Yeah, it's just a really neat thing. So if you can't think of something to get for someone and they're like me and they love the thrill of opening things and solving puzzles, like it's really rewarding when you get through the puzzle and you solve it. And the puzzles aren't super difficult. Like I figured it out relatively quickly. I spent about a couple of hours going through, reading the book, looking at all the pictures, and trying to discover what the clues were. So it's a satisfying afternoon. It's not too hard. I think it's easily accessible. Anybody should be able to figure it out, really. So yeah, if you ever feel like having a mystery delivered right to your door, go for it. They're pretty cool. But that'll be it for this video. In the next one, I'll be back to opening regular blind bags again. I'm actually going to open one I'm really looking forward to, the Thomas the Tank Engine blind bags. I've mentioned them before. I've actually opened them in the past, but that video never saw the light of YouTube. I lost it somewhere on my old computer. So this will be a new one. But until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and don't waste your money on blind bags, because I will do it for you. All right, goodbye, YouTube.